Hello my gorgeous loves out there and welcome. In today's video, I'm finally getting into the new collection with Amy Loves Makeup and Adept Cosmetics. I'm very late on the game, but I still wanted to feature it and play with it on my channel. I picked up the Amy's Love palette as well as the Amy's Love blush and highlighter palette. So I'm going to do some swatches. I'm going to create probably just one look since that's all I have time for and give you all the info on these products. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bri and I'm just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot on indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Yes, loves, I am so late on the game with featuring this collection and using these products on camera, but life has been hectic. I recently talked about how I am getting married in Ireland very soon, so that's kind of taken my time away from YouTube and social media lately, as well as other things that are going on in my personal life. But I finally have some time to get into this beautiful collection because I really love Amy from Amy's Loves Makeup. I enjoy her YouTube channel, her content. She concentrates mainly on indie makeup, and she just seems like really sweet and kind. And I learned about Adept Cosmetics through her from the Plain Jane palette. She would feature that a lot. She really hyped it up, and then it made me want to try the brand. So because of her, I now am in love with Adept Cosmetics. So to see her collabing with Adept and see them collabing with her, I think is amazing. So congratulations to both of them. I think this collection looks really beautiful. You can still get it on Adept Cosmetics website. Everything seems to be still available. Now I'll make sure to link Amy's video, like with the launch feature, makeup looks with it, because she can go over all the details, the shade names, why she picked the color she picked, and you can get all the info from her. So I will link her videos below. But first of all, let's get into the palette, which is called the Amy Loves Blush palette. I did say highlighter blush palette, which I think there are two highlighters in here, but here's the packaging. Very sparkly, very like girly-esque, but she comes off as a girly girl. I can see why she went with sparkly pink, and it just says Amy Loves. And then inside there is a big mirror, and then here are the shades. Look at how pretty these are. So there's a shade called Mishka, which is a bright, cool toned blush. Then there's Cupid, which is a watermelon pinky red with a touch more warmth. I love these kind of shades. And then there's the two highlighters. So there's Athena, which is the perfect pink smooth highlighter, and Aries, which is a sparkly highlighter or blush lighter, depending on your skin tone. I think these shades are so beautiful. I love this. This would probably be highlighters on me. Maybe could be blush toppers. This one right here, Aries, looks so sparkly. Love, love, love this. I don't know if I mentioned the price of this, but it is $34. And then the palette, which is the Amy Loves eyeshadow palette. This goes for $69. It also has that sparkly textured packaging. This is more kind of like a champagne, but it looks like there's multi-colored glitters throughout. Very pretty, aesthetically pleasing. Gives me like New Year's Eve party vibes. And then inside there's also a big mirror, and then here are the shades. This is so her. She is such a big lover of cool tones. I've been watching her for a while, so I get why she put so many cool tones in here, and I am a cool tone lover. And it looks like there's two high pearl dual chromes, one high pearl hollow chrome, one high pearl multi-chrome, and 5 smooth buttery mattes. The palette is vegan, free of talc, mica, or glitter. These shades are so pretty. I love the tones in here. And it just totally matches her aesthetic. Like, she just stuck true to what her vibe is and what she likes. And being a cool tone lover, I'm totally here for it. If I'm gonna wear like more like nudie shades, I'm all about the cool tones. And then she included some muted color, which is all like the stuff she likes to feature on her channel. So there are the shades: dual chromes, holochrome, multi-chromes, a lot of different textures to work with in here. I'm loving this. So now I'm going to get it closer. I'm gonna create a look. I'll probably like use all the face products on my cheeks so we can see how they look. And then I will give you guys my thoughts at the end. So let me get a bit closer. So we're gonna get into the blush palette. First, I'm gonna use a color on each side. Same with the highlighter, just so we can see it on the skin. So I'm gonna start off with a clean brush. This one I think is from ColourPop. And I'm gonna start off with Mishka, which I think I can pull it off. It is on the lighter side, but it looks like a bright, fun, cool tone pink. I don't have any blush on. It's definitely lighter than I would go, but I do appreciate that the palette has a lighter shade and a deeper shade. So this will work on lighter skin tones. And then I feel like the other shade will work great if you have like medium to deeper skin tone. But I mean, this one is showing up and it's a beautiful cool tone shade. It's a color that's like really popular right now with the cool tone, bright bubblegum pinks. And it seems very blendable. It is like more of a true kind of matte blush, but isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm liking that a lot. So now I'm gonna put on the Athena highlighter that's on the same side. I'm loving the names, like the Greek mythology names. I'm feeling it. So I'm just taking this Kaleidos brush and I'm putting that right there. Oh, it's like a really pearlized pink. I feel like it's leaning a little bit on the kind of cool silvery pink side, which makes sense. This seems to be like her kind of highlighter. It's very smooth. Doesn't seem to be enhancing texture, and it's very reflective. It's giving a lot of glow. I think that's pretty, and I could totally pull that off as a highlighter. It's not too light. It's not too icy, which I appreciate. So now let's get into Cupid. I'm going to use this Kaleidos brush. I'm going to try to go lightly because I don't know how pigmented this will be. And I don't want to like have straight up clown cheeks because that can happen, especially with like a red blush. You know, it could get like real blushy. Oh, actually, this is definitely a buildable formula. It's not giving me immediate clown cheeks, which I appreciate, but I love a good red blush. Gives you that just like flush look to the cheeks. And I just think the formula seems really nice. You can definitely build this up or share it out. Now let's get into the other highlighter called Aries, the very sparkly one with this Beaute Cosmetics brush. Oh my Lord. It's like little sparkly kind of diamond effect. Ooh, I love that so much. It's giving me the like Fenty diamond veil highlighter kind of vibe. Like it almost seems like there's a translucent base. Oh, I like this a lot. Oh my God, I like that. I like that so much. It's just like a sequence sparkle vibe, but not like glitter chunks. You could definitely use this as like a topper or to give that like sequence diamond effect on the cheeks. This is really pretty. I'm actually really loving both of the blushes, both of the highlighters. I'm totally feeling it. I love how different they are. Yeah, this pinky one I guess would be more of like a blush lighter for me. But I still feel like I could pull it off as a highlighter. So I'm going to get everything to match up and then we'll get into the eye look. So let's get into this eye look now. I did prime my eyes with the Glamlite Icing Eyeshadow Base. Did not set it. And I'm thinking I'm going to start off with maybe Scrunchy with this rougher 28 brush. And I kind of have an idea. So I'm just gonna create a shade. Yeah? Oh yeah, I'm gonna just create a shape. I'm just going in and I'm hoping for the best. It's very pigmented, but I don't know, I just wanted to do like a cool little more graphic kind of look. I'm gonna just start off like that and create this shape. So the shape is looking good. We're just gonna like get lighter and lighter as I define the shape. So maybe we should, well, maybe we should try a little bit of mocha, which looks like a gray shade. The scrunchy one definitely is more like purplish. Let's see if it even looks different. Yeah, you see how it kind of comes off more gray? I'm just doing what I've done many times before, creating the shape. Yeah, that's definitely like lighter than this outer kind of purpley leaning blackened shade. I'm just wanting it to slowly get lighter as the shape comes inward. And now I'm going to clean off this Refer brush and go into Mi Amor. It's beautiful blue in the inner portion. Yes, I love this little gradient that we have going on. I love that so much. I'm loving all the colors together. All these mattes are very pigmented. I'm loving this matte formula, which I feel like they've improved a lot on their mattes. But I mean, I really go to Adept for their shimmers and metallics because they're just so stunning. I'm gonna run scrunchie all on the underline part too. Yeah, I think I want scrunchie. And maybe I'll tap the blue in the front portion on the bottom too. I don't know, I'm literally winging it right now. So now let's get into the shimmers. We might as well start off with Vibes. I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm doing a very just easy look today. I'm just keeping it all with one brush. I'm going to spray it a bit just so it doesn't have too much fallout. And I'm just gonna just spread it on there here. There's so much sparkle to this. And it picks up really well on a brush, the shade, and it's spreading on really nicely. It doesn't feel like that overly creamy emollient formula that they've had in other palettes. This one's quite smooth. And it's giving all the sparkle vibes. Now I need to do this shade right here called Indie. Same brush. This one, is this the holochrome? I can't tell. There's so much sparkle going on. And I'm just going to wet the brush too for this one. Just, oh yeah. I think that this one might just be the holochrome. But also quite smooth and spreading on very, very nicely. So should I use Mocha or should I use the shade Stunning? Let me swatch both. Okay, this is lavender. Okay, this kind of has some pink, some gold to it, and then here's Stunning, which is more icy. I think I'm gonna go with Stunning, the more icy vibe. This one definitely has more of a smooth texture than the other two shimmers. Like, it's very, very smooth. I'm not even gonna wet my brush for this one. I'm just gonna tap it right there. Yes. These shimmers are so smooth. I'm gonna put a little bit of Stunning down here too because it's pretty. I'm just kind of putting it over the blue matte. Just to get real sparkly up in here. I'm gonna kind of run it a little farther in than I usually do. Now let's get into an inner corner highlight. I'm trying to go between either caramel, whoa, or if I should do Lights Up, which looks like a really light icy pink. I think I want caramel because this is so intense. Yes, let me get a little pencil brush, or maybe I'll get this teeny little flat shader brush and pick up Stunning. This one is also really smooth. I don't think I need to wet the brush. Oh wow. So I'm just gonna keep it really concentrated in the inner corner. But I'm loving caramel. the vibe for sure. Should we use a little bit of Glam? This one looks like a little bit more thicker and more creamy. Oh, this is a more pink to it. Yeah, let's add a little Glam. Even though this one is a little bit of flakiness to it, but wow, that adds extra sparkle. Okay, I'm glad we used some Glam. I feel like I needed just a little bit more sparkle. And that is doing the job. It has a little bit of pink to it. I'm gonna build up the mattes, get everything a little cleaned up, liner, lashes, all that good stuff. And I'll be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, my loves, I am back and here's the completed look. Smoky, cool tone. Oh, it's just making me so happy. I love these kind of colors. I love the eye shape I was able to create with the look. And I just felt like everything came together really well. And I didn't do that much off camera. I just added a gem on like the little corner here on each side and like a little crystal gem in the inner portion just for a little extra pizzazz. And then because I felt like the look was on the darker end, I wanted to brighten things up. So I put the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil and Milk in the waterline just to brighten my waterline. And then I use a little bit of the Beauty For Real High Def Mascara. And then over that, I went in with the Donut Lashes from Glamlite. I don't think they sell this anymore, but that is what I have. They're very dramatic lashes, but I think it fits the look really well. And then I used the Kiss Lash Glue Liner, of course, to glue them on. And then for my lips, I was like, I'm needing a cool tone lippy. And then I was like, cool tone brown is my vibe right now. I know it's on the darker end, and I think most people, if they do really dramatic eyes, they go for like a lighter nude lip. But I just love me a good cool tone brown. Take me back to the 90s because I love these kind of colors. But I did use two Nabla lip liners to just kind of get the color of my lip line, the one or the way I wanted it. I used the nude number 5 and the nude number 6 and kind of just layered them together. And then I wanted some gloss and some sheen. So I used the NYX This Is Milky Gloss and Milk the Cocoa. And I think it goes really well. Like brown and blues, they're meant to be together, especially if they're both in the cool tone family. I mean, blues are always in the cool tone family, I think, but you know, like a cool tone lippy instead of a warm tone, like brown shade. But that's all I did to complete this look. And I just adore it so much. So I am now ready to give you guys my final thoughts. We might as well just jump in it. I feel like I kind of backed up already. So do we need to cut to the end? I love this. Okay, I love this collection that Amy did with Adept Cosmetics. It's really true to her and what she likes and what she features a lot on her channel. And I think this gives something new to Adept Cosmetics as well. They usually do like a lot of color. And then when they do more nudie palettes, they tend to go on the warm tone side. So I do feel like they did need a cool tone, more nudie palette that had some muted like gray, bluey tones in here. And I'm loving the metallic formula. Like they're very creamy, shifty. The only one that's like more flaky and feels a little bit more creamy and emollient to the touch is the Glam shade. But oh my gosh, it made such a gorgeous inner corner highlight because it's super intense. But then you have like the holochromes, the multi-chromes. They're just really beautiful. And most of the, or even this one, the flaky one, also picked up very well on a brush. I didn't have any problems. I feel like their shimmer formulas just have gotten better and easier to work with, because the ones from before were a little too creamy, that they felt like a little too thick for the lids, easy to crease. But I don't think I'm gonna have an issue with the shimmers. And here, so far, I'm just really enjoying this. And the mattes. Y'all, the mattes were extra pigmented in this palette. I don't know if they just stepped up their game for this collab with Amy, but I do feel like the mattes were just pigmented right from the start. Very easy to blend. Like, they were very buttery. And sometimes like cool tone shades like this can be a little harder to formulate or can be on the patchy end, especially like with blues and some grays sometimes. But no issues with none of the mattes that I used. And I think I used a good amount, right? I used 1, 2, 3 of the mattes, and there's only like 5. So 2 of them I haven't gotten a chance to use, but all of them were good. And then I was able to use, I think, was it 1, 2, 3, 5 of the shimmers in the palette. So I used about 8 shades. That's pretty good for like just one look to kind of test like the different formulas in here. But I really did enjoy playing with this, and this might be my like new favorite cool tone, like kind of nudie leaning palette. Oh my god, I love this. I feel like I needed this in my life. And of course, like the blush highlighter palette is also beautiful from this collection. The blushes are definitely buildable, but they have pigment, so you can really build up the blushes or really sheer them out. And I love that Amy decided to include one lighter blush and one deeper blush so it can work on different skin tones. But even though I'm more of a medium skin tone, I was able to get this lighter blush to work on me. And I was able to get like this red blush to work for me too, just going in a little bit lighter, but they're very workable and customizable. And then the highlighters, so beautiful. So this is slightly an icy pink highlighter, but it's not overly icy where it didn't work on my skin. And then this one right here, Aries, is that sequence sparkly highlighter. If you like the one from Fenty, the Diamond Veil highlighter, you will like this, and it has more like a pink undertone to it. Definitely could be like a blush lighter if you have a very fair skin tone. On me, I was able to pull it off more as a highlighter, but I mean, both of them were able to work with me. I just feel like this one might be a better highlighter on like a medium to deeper skin tone, and maybe this would work like best if you're like on the fair side, since it has more of like an iciness to it. But this is also a really well-rounded blush palette, and the tones go perfectly with the tones that are in the eyeshadow palette. So I'm like impressed. Like, I feel like they've stepped up the formula even more in this collab, and I already love Adept Cosmetics. So if you're into the cool tone, like muted grayish shades, I think you'll really love this. The mattes are beautiful, and then you get these more interesting shimmers to add something different to your look, different shifts, extra sparkle. Like, you cannot go wrong with this. This will be a cool tone lover's dream. And if you like these blush shades, these kind of highlighters, you'll also really love this. The formula is excellent in both of them. I'm already a fan, and I've only done one look, and this is my first time getting into the collection. But you guys would have to let me know, what are your thoughts in the comments below? Did you purchase this collection? Did you pass? Do you like how the eye look came out? Like, what are your thoughts? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, you like a lot in indie makeup, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I would love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have the collection linked. I will have Amy's social and her launch video and all that linked, so you can go check her out and get more info about this collection. And I will have my makeup link, like everything that I'm wearing, foundation, all of that good stuff. And I will have my contact on my social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram as Brici Lifestyle and Brici_Beauty. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really, really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for being here, hanging out with me, just taking some time out of your day to come over and watch my video. I just appreciate it so much. And I just hope all of you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and just sending you guys so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.